on this computer and we are recording. Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesday evening. Tonight we're going to learn about mystery grab bags with Caeli Esser, and I'm going to give you some stats. I was like, okay Caeli, give me some, like, a little bio, a little poshy bio, and this is what she gave to me. Okay, are you guys ready for your minds to be blown? I made her give it to me, but just prepare for your minds to be blown. So, ready? Top PV in the country, second in recruiting, first year with Posh, and she joined the same month as a catalog transition, just so you all know, as did I, just so you all know. Anyway, first year with Posh, her team sold over a third of $1 million. She's been with Posh for 19 months. She's earned 19 monthly awards. It says 7 in full months to premiere. I feel like that's just 7 months to premiere. And again, she has 3 kids under 4, 2 of which are twins. She runs she's a fitness goddess and teaches people to connect with their bodies and love to dance. So she's constantly running. And here she is with us with all of those amazing stats. So if anybody ever tries to tell her that they don't have time, I promise you she will slap you. Okay, you are unmuted.
You may talk. Go ahead. Hey, and hi, Katie. I got a Katie here somewhere. So hi, Katie. So have you guys done mystery bag events yet? Like, have some of you tried them? No one has. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of ideas that sort of are applicable to either just literally doing a mystery event successfully or doing really any sort of event in your VIP. So, oh dear, and one of my children is crying. Nope, husband will get her. Sorry, you guys. I thought they were asleep. Anyway, okay, so mystery bag events. I only did one because I heard about them from all sorts of other people and didn't think it would be successful, but why not, right? Because in Posh, the only way you know if it'll work is to throw that spaghetti on the wall and see what happens, right? So I basically just jumped in blind. I only knew what other people had told me. I learned a ton, but it was crazy successful, way more successful than I thought. So here's kind of my tips for success. I even made notes for you guys. That's how much I love you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, real fast, okay? So the basics. Just remember that anytime you do anything new with your VIPs, no matter what that is, you need to repeat yourself, say it again, post a picture, repeat yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, anything new at all. And remember that they only you get a fraction of their attention, right? I mean, Old Navy spams us with like 72 emails every gosh darn day, right? We are not Old Navy, but that's who we're competing against. So just don't be afraid. I hear a lot of people say, I don't know, I posted it in my VIP, no one cared. Bitch, please, you need to post it again, and then post it again, and then post it again, and a selfie, and a dog picture, and a cat picture, one with your kids. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you post something once, I mean, I think it took me a week of pounding my VIPs over the head. I'm naturally tenacious, so if that is not a natural skill of yours, you just have to fake that one. I promise you'll get better at it. Right, Alyssa? I mean, eventually. The never give up-ness just happens to you. So make sure you post what. What am I doing? Mystery bag event. What does that mean? I have mystery bags for sale. What does that mean? Do you know what I'm saying? More information is good, but try to break it up in little posts. I always do teasers because I'm a redhead and that's what we do best. So I always tell them, like, something new is coming. I'm so excited. I show them pictures of exclusives or whatever is scandalous and makes them all excited. Because definitely anticipation is half the fun, right? So if you get them all excited, the glitter bomb that you then bring to them is going to be that much better. So when you're introducing, don't forget to say what, more info, where info, but then tell them why, right? Because you want them to be invested. So why should I care, Caeli? You have a bunch of bags. They're pretty and glittery. What's inside of them? I don't care. Well, here's why you should care, right? So I don't think anyone even understood why they should care until I started posting example bags. So I was like, okay, I have 16 exclusives that are going in these bags. See, the twins colored on me. This is my life, you guys. I'm colored today. Yeah, no, for real. So here's an example of a bag. Here are your price points. Here's the exclusives that's going into them, right? You have to make it very literal. That brings me to the different types of communication styles. So whenever you're trying to roll out something to your customers, or you're trying to sell something to your customers, or you're doing anything in your VIP, try to think of 4 different quadrants, right? If we had a square with 4 different little squares inside of it. So we have logical people. They love numbers and values. You always need to do the girl math for them, break it down, make it super concrete and literal in words, right? Not pictures, not metaphors, in words. Then you've got like the emotional people, and they just want glitter and kittens, and they're the easiest. You can just be like, I mean, shut the door. These are all my favorite products. They are all going in these bags. I am going to spoil you. You are going to open this bag, and you are going to have a poshgasm of Christmas goodies, right? They're easy, emotional, la da da. Then we have visuals, so they need to see what's going on. You write words, and they're like, I gotta go. They don't read your post. They'll never read your post. They don't care about what you're typing away. But the logical people need your words, so do not give up on the words. But you need to have photos, graphics, not stock photos, we all know. But you need to make, like you saw the one with like the halo of product, that was for the visual people. They would see that and be like, ooh, what is she doing? Maybe I'll read a few words. You know what I mean? They'll get engaged. And then last one is the procedural people. Here, I am a procedural person. So from me and my odd kind, I beseech you, from now on, whenever you roll out, you try to do something, you try to make it successful, tell us how. We're good at what, we're good at why, we're good at all those whens, all the W's. Tell us how we need to know, because otherwise I can't feel safe, secure. I'm sure as hell not going to give you my money. So make sure that how piece is there. How is it going to work? How are we going to do this? How do I get involved? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of how words, and a lot of times those get missed. So you need a procedural is the 4th. So visual, logical, emotional, visual, procedural. Those are your 4. So you need to have a post for all of those people if you want to get maximum buy-in and maximum investment, right? There's also relational, and we'll kind of talk about that as we get going, but those are always the 4 I think of, okay? So that's your job as a business person. Your job is to be intelligent and to try to reach people and get them engaged in the best way you can by using those 4 quadrants. As a posh goddess, your job is to then sprinkle a whole ton of glitter on all of that. So do not lose the fun as you're typing all the words, you're doing the girl math. Just make sure that you're still, putting in the kittens and the unicorns and the glitter and everything that we do best, right? So that's the first thing. Roll it out intelligently, roll it out in a way that sets you up for success. Secondly, hype it up. I joke with my husband. Hopefully this video will not be public because I'm giving you all the secrets. But I joke with my husband that I will say, oh, I'm feeding the sharks. And like, he'll just be like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just dropping little drops of water into my shark tank. And literally that is kind of how I think of it. Like, hype is a real thing. It really is. And so if your VIPs go from sleeping or uninterested, or 5 of them are interested, to like, what? Right? Then whatever you roll out or whatever you try to do is going to explode massively, instead of you like begging and pleading and crawling through the mud with your idea, right? So don't forget to feed your sharks. Make sure that you are trying to think intelligently ahead of time. What's the best way I can roll this out? Okay, I'm giving you the basics, the foundation, the different types of posts, the how, the nitty gritty. Then I'm giving you lots of awesome, photos and teasers. And it's like, this is silly, but it's kind of like dating. You don't want to give away all the goods at once, right? You want to kind of build them up a little bit. I'm just saying. So then you're saying, okay, wait, do you want to see the exclusives that are going in these bags? Do you want to? Maybe I'll show you 4. Maybe if a bunch of you post mass selfies, I'll show you the rest. Oh, wait, do you want me to add more goodies to the bags? You do? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you have a plan. And there's a reason infomercials, like, I know we make fun of it, but like, oh, wait, is a real thing. So try to think about building anticipation and feeding your sharks and getting them all excited so that it's really like an upward slope of excitement and enthusiasm before the actual event, right? So ways I did that was, you saw that adorable little selfie of me that says extra prizes added. So I added snowflakes that stood for Posh Cash or different prizes. I had some extra gift sets. So one snowflake was a whole gift set that someone won because I had them anyway, right? I mean, be smart about what you're giving away. So I added those after I had already put my mystery bags on sale. I think they were about half sold out at that point. And I was like, but wait, there's more, right? And so then each bag got a little snowflake that enticed, and plus think about that, then I cross promoted the gift sets I had left, right? I'm adding snowflakes to your bags. One of them is a gift set. Look at all these gift sets I have left, because it was around the holidays. So always cross promote what you have. Think of ways to tie them in. And so then I did that, and then a few more sold, and then I will be honest, I thought I was screwed because I had 12 bags and I'd only sold 7, and I was like, So then I started thinking about, okay, well, I want not just the 7 people who bought bags to come to our live reveal, right? Because that's the fun part. You have a big old live party. You pull things out of people's bags. You celebrate. There's glitter, whatever. So then I made up a separate bag and I said, hey, do you not want to buy a mystery bag? Totally cool. I still love you anyway, and I want you to come to our party. And here's why. Because this bag is full of prizes that anybody who attends our live event can win. Also, if you are ever watching Netflix or Hulu, like we dropped our cable, I don't know how long ago, well, those 20-second commercials on freaking Netflix are an eternity, right? So that, I mean, our time, and I'm just saying that because our time span, our attention span is like microscopic, right? We're basically all goldfish at this point. And so having those little giveaways that you can do in between the bags has more peaks of excitement, right? So you can be like, Sally bought this bag. And I tell you, the more crazy you can make your bags, if I do this again, I will scour every dollar store on the face of this earth to find the dumbest, weirdest, gaudiest, god-awful bags I can find, because that is way more fun to pick than the, boring ass little striped ones that I had. But you can be like, okay, you guys, do you remember that hideous fuchsia bag? Sally bought it. Look at this is her bag. And then you start pulling stuff out. Always leave the exclusive for last, or do it first, whichever you think will be more exciting. And then make sure that you help bring everybody into a cohesive bubble of experience, because everything you want to be experiential. Yes, you get product, that's physical, but we also want it to be emotional, experiential, right? So that everyone is having a great time and stays engaged. So then you need to be like, Sally, how do you feel about your bag, right? And Sally's going crazy and she's like, oh my God, that scrub looks amazing. And you're like, I know. Here, wait, let's smell it again. You know what I mean? And just really make sure that you can bring other people in. Or like I let people steal one thing from each other's bag. I'm jumping ahead to my numbers. I think that's number 4, which is labeled fun bunnies. Fun bunnies are my way of thinking that we want things that take the fun, the innate fun of whatever you're doing, and make it multiply like bunnies, right? And so that was one thing we did as a fun bunny. I was like, hey, Sally, you know Tanya's bag that was last? Wasn't that a great bag? And Sally's like, that was a great bag. I'm like, do you want to steal something from Tanya's bag? And everyone's like, yes. And I'm like, well, hey, this poor sad polka dot bag over here doesn't have an owner. If someone claims this bag right here, we'll let Sally steal something from Tanya. And everyone is liking and oohing. And of course, someone's like, give me that polka dot bag. I want to know. You know what I mean? Fun bunny. Now, all of a sudden, we were already having fun. We already thought this was cool. Well, this is a whole heck of a lot cooler now, right? Always think about your fun bunnies. And sometimes that happens organically. I won't lie. I didn't plan most of this stuff. It just happened. I think it was like a 2-hour event, you guys. It was ridiculous because we were having so much fun. So always look for fun bunnies. Use them to your advantage. I'm trying to get back on track. We were talking about hype. I think we did that. Oh yeah, so just don't exclude anybody, especially if it's something with a higher price point. My VIPs love their Posh, and they make it their goal to buy every gosh darn item in the whole damn catalog usually. So I have a pretty high average amount per order. So I set my bags at 49, 69, and 99. There were only 3.99 bags because they were like ridiculous, of course. But I set mine pretty high. So, okay, fine. Not everyone's going to want a $49 mystery bag. I totally get it. Again, that's why there was that bag where I could pull things. So just from a procedural standpoint, everyone tunes in. Whoever tunes in first. I think we played a game and I asked, tell me a good reason why you should get to your bag first, you know, and people lobbied and all that. It was fun stuff. We giggled a lot. We opened one bag. We did a giveaway. We opened another bag. We did a giveaway. Wait, should we do 2 giveaways? Oh, I have this flowered bag that nobody's bought yet. Does someone want this flowered bag? And I'll throw in an extra prize for free. Well, of course someone bought that flowered bag. So needlessly to say, with the use of fun bunnies and making it experiential and not excluding anyone, I still gave away lots of prizes to people who didn't buy bags. But a lot of those people also ended up buying one. And I sold out by the end of the event, hence the lots of dollars I made in that one day, which was great. Okay, so then always solidify their decision. So that just means that you always want to affirm people's choices, right? I mean, everyone loves affirmation, especially if they aren't sure. Like a mystery bag, I mean, hopefully they trust you as a consultant, but technically it could be a bunch of, you know, bee's knees and hot mess and what else is stinky? I don't know, some other things that no one likes. You know, it could be stuff that is not great and people could feel duped. So you always want to be like, oh my gosh, like Cindy, you got all this stuff. You got this and this and this and this and this and this for $65. That is insane. Great choice. I'm so glad you got this bag. And Cindy's like, I'm so glad I got this bag. You know, you always want to affirm their decision. And then if people are on the fence, they're going to jump into the pool with everybody else, right? Sometimes you got to push them a little bit, but everyone ends up there in the end. So pre-selling does not determine your success. That was the lesson of that whole long story there a minute ago. But just don't be freaked out if you don't, you know, sell them all right away. That has no bearing on the ultimate success of your event. That was something I didn't expect, so I was really pleasantly surprised. Then always make any event, any special thing that you're doing, 3 things for your VIPs. Easy, safe, comfortable. Okay? It's easy. I'm going to do the work for you as a consultant. I will put your order in. I will mail it to you. I will get it together. I will gift wrap it for you, whatever it takes. I'm making this so easy. And I'm also making it so easy for you to give me your money. I have to say, that's something that I don't always see people doing. Sometimes people are like, oh, if you could send over some PayPal, or, oh yeah, you have to go to the website. Oh yeah, no, try again tomorrow. You're like, oh my God, no, take their money, friends, take it. So I do a lot of just putting orders in for my VIPs. That works for some people, doesn't work for everybody, but just think of ways that you can make it as easy as humanly possible for them to give you their money, right? And have their order placed. And then make sure that you always easily communicate that. Hey, do you want a mystery bag? 3 easy steps. You pick a number, you send me this much to this or whatever, or I'll PM you with your payment options, whatever. You tune in, I unveil it, you get all this stuff. Easy, okay? Second one is safe. You always want to make sure, again, that comes with affirming their decision. You can't lose in this instance because you are getting $90 worth of Posh for $65. And there's exclusives and there's extra prizes. Like, this is going to be something you will never regret doing. It's awesome, right? Always make them feel safe in their decision. And then comfortable. Comfortable is more of a, I guess, a relational thing. And so that to me comes from building relationships amongst your VIPs. So if Michelle decides to buy a bag, I'll be like, you guys, Michelle held out for 6 days. She wasn't sure. She wanted to claim this bag for 6 days. You guys, Michelle decided today this bag is going to be hers. And here's a picture of me hugging this adorable bag. And then some other people who are like, Ooh, Michelle jumped in. I like Michelle. Yeah, maybe I want one too, right? Always make them feel comfortable, surrounded in their decision. Same thing like, oh, you don't want to buy a bag? I'm also going to make you feel comfortable by telling you about all these great prizes. We never exclude anyone. Everyone gets to live on our Poshy island of happiness. The fun bunnies, we already talked about that. And then just make sure, again, with that Netflix brain, that 20 seconds is a long time. Just be aware of any live event dragging. And I know I'm basically a hypocrite in saying that because I could talk forever about nothing. But it's something that I have worked on as a consultant. And sometimes I literally set my phone timer. I've got an iPad that I'm filming on. I have my phone underneath me where I can see it, and I have a timer on just to remind myself to move it along, Bessie, right? And sometimes those of us who really time can get away from us, we need that. Or I'll have a helper from my team be in my event, and like every 5-10 minutes, they'll be like, you know what? I think it's time for a giveaway. And I'm like, oh shoot, I'm talking so much again. Yes, give it away. So just keep it moving. Always keep it moving, right? Okay, then last one. Yep, share your experience. We talked about that. So just make sure that you are giving everybody a chance to share in it. So, I mean, and I'll even call out specific people. I'll be like, hey, Alice, you've been really quiet. Alice, which exclusive did you really want to get? You know what I mean? Or I'll be like, hey, has anyone actually even smelled this before? Or who is this your favorite chunk? Whose favorite chunk is this? You know what I mean? Anytime people get a chance to be noticed, I mean, think about, you know, if you've ever had Judd or Kyle give you a shout out, you know, when they're live, that's a really fun experience, right? And I think part of the fun of being a Posh consultant is that we are a little bit special, and that can be really uncomfortable for a lot of people. That was super uncomfortable for me and still is. I have talked about being a really bad poster child to Alyssa before and been like, can you just leave me alone? Like, I'm over here doing my thing. And so that can be hard, but when we can be a little more confident and we can sink into that space of, yeah, I have this really cool stuff over here and I really like it. Do you really like it too? You do? Like, I liken it to the old sticker books. And I don't know if you're in my demographic or age bracket, but we had sticker books on the playground. And it was like, that was the thing that solidified your relationship or your friendship with a new person, was like, hey, do you want to see my sticker book? Do you know what I'm saying? And it is. It takes being a little bit vulnerable, but it also takes being a little bit like, yeah, I'm a little bit of a badass. You're right. Posh is super cool. That's also the thing that will attract people to you in terms of recruiting. Exact same demographic. I'm super welcoming and awesome, but I'm also a little bit of a badass. Do you want to join me? Right? So I think that's part of every event too. Okay, Liz, unmute. Let me know your questions.
Okay, you guys. No, you're totally good. I have questions.
Okay, great.
Okay, so do you collect the money before the live event?
Unless they buy it at the event, but I make sure that everybody very clearly knows how to pay for theirs. But yes, the graphic that followed the live event was me like, hey, could you pay your invoices? And it said, if you were the lucky recipient of a bag during our event, we sold out. It was so amazing. Pay me.
Okay, so if they haven't paid you yet, by the time you go live, they still have you. You're not like, sorry, Sally, but you're not here, so
right.
Maggie wants it. Maggie, you can have it.
Yeah, and you know, mine are pretty trustworthy. I think that's a comfortability level. And I also felt confident that I could have resold that bag if I needed to, or just restocked the products. I mean, you know, that would have been fine too.
Right. Okay. So you guys can unmute yourselves if you have questions or ask questions in the chat. Either or.
Woo!
No questions? I can ask another one if you want me to.
Or, I mean, and I'm good because, I mean, there's not that much magic to just a mystery bag event. I mean, you can make it what you want it, but it's pretty straightforward. So just if you have even other questions on VIP relations, just selling in general, maximizing your revenue, I'm good with all of that too. I like all of you, so we might as well talk.
I am
half a rock star left, you guys.
Yeah, right.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how do you get your product to that pricing, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I totally get that, right? Because shipping is challenging. So usually I am cognizant of what could fit in a flat rate box, because those things are like your best friend ever. So in this event, I would have been like, okay, shipping is going to be a flat $8 or whatever. Sometimes I let them apply their Posh Cash to the shipping. If I'm feeling super nice, let's say they got a snowflake that was worth $10 in Posh Cash, I'd be like, hey, do you want to just trade in your snowflake and I'll pay your shipping? Because really, I mean, a mystery bag event is just get rid of your stock, right? It's making me $0 sitting in my organizational bins. Who are we joking? Sitting in a big box. No, I'm just kidding up. Versus at least now I'm bringing in money and I can turn that over to new stuff. I won't lie, I got nailed the first catalog changeover. I totally thought I could sell a lot more of the retired stuff than I actually was able to. So I had a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of recruiting exclusives. And, I give a lot of them away to my team and stuff, but heck, I might as well make money on it, right? And anytime for me, I always talk about how much of the pie of people's product usage does Posh encompass. Do you know what I'm saying? Like anyone can love BFF. Okay, you're washing your face with Posh. You get 1 point. That's it. Okay, so Posh is not going to be part of your life. You're not going to want to join my team. I want Posh to be in as much of that pie as humanly possible. So in all honesty, sometimes like giving away products like Snarky bars. Does anyone ever buy a Snarky bar because they think it sounds interesting? No, they try the damn Snarky bar because they actually get one and then they're obsessed for life. And then they tell all their friends. Like it's a weird product. So that's an instance where like, yes, I will give away lots of those or chunks of them, not whole ones necessarily. But you know what I'm saying? If I can get 10 products in the hand of a person instead of 3, okay, now Posh is on their radar, right? They may want to host a party because they're talking about it naturally. They're sharing it with other people. They hopefully will see a difference in their face, their skin, their kids' skin. Do you know what I'm saying? It just takes up more of the sphere of their life. So I am a firm believer on giving the people or getting them lots of product, however that, happens. But shipping can be hard. A lot of my VIPs are local. I'm lucky. But otherwise, I just set a flat shipping expectation. And then don't give them more that can fit in that flat rate box. No, like don't do a scrub and a Skin Delicious. You know what I'm saying? Think about your sizes because you can pack a lot of value into that box if you try. Good question. Long answer. What else?
See the chat box?
I can, but I didn't see a question.
Oh. Caeli said, want to chat a little bit about building up a community within your VIP group. Sure.
So that's, I guess we use this word a lot, but intentional is the word. I did a video, one of my first good ideas, I guess, in the Posh world was date your VIPs, never marry them. And I want to make a neon sign, and I routinely will post in all caps on my team page, do not marry them, because it's exactly, I think to me, that metaphor, of course, makes sense. It's mine. But you know what I'm saying? Like when you're dating, you are giddy. Like the whole world is full of champagne and glitter and, rainbows, and there's rays of light shining on everything. And like that is where Posh needs to live for eternity. There's unicorns, bubbles, pink kittens, glitter bombs everywhere all the time. So really, to me, part of that is helping people bring their best self to Posh Island. You know what I'm saying? So like we don't we don't ever do like, hey, who's having a rough day? Like, if that works for you, that's cool. Just, I happen to reside in Posh Nirvana, so we only talk about awesome, happy things. And then I intentionally provide ways for people to make connections, like, oh, here's these 3 masks, like, which one is your favorite? Or hashtag team pineapples, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a way for people to connect. And actually now I'm so proud we have sparked many real life relationships now. Like, there's legit people who will message me and be like, hey, so I actually had coffee with so-and-so. And I'm like, from our VIP group? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, wow. Or they'll start, someone will say, like, how many kids do you have? Who's your fur babies? Give me your view right now. What'd you do over the weekend? What are you grateful for? Who hates gluten as much as I do? I mean, I don't care. I guess that's a little negative. But you know what I'm saying? You just look for ways to help them connect, then really capitalize on those connections, point them out, like, oh my gosh, Christy, isn't that amazing that you and Claire went to the same vacation spot? Oh my gosh, that's awesome, or love our VIP, or you deserve it. All those ways are just intentional ways to help draw people together. Because basically the idea behind dating, not marrying your VIPs was that I think we as women don't really have this space where we're told it's totally fine, go spoil yourself, take a break, let your screaming kids pound on the bathroom door. We don't judge you. In fact, we will support you, girl. Have that glass of wine, put that black mask on your face, tell your husband to go put that child to bed because you are busy. Like, nowhere else does that. And to have a place that is really just, again, full of champagne and unicorns will keep people coming back for all eternity. And then it's a place for them to share that joy. Like, it's literally a joy pie. And you're like, would you like a piece of this? And people are like, fuck yes, I would. Like, I love this, and I love Posh, and I love you, and I'll be your customer forever. Let me put in another order. And you're like, yes, yes. Isn't this amazing, Alyssa? Aren't you glad that we did this?
I'm so happy.
I know Alyssa's a fan of Real Talk, but guys, like, this is I also have 101.3 degree fever tonight, so
oh my god,
we're getting like
buddy.
Real.
We could have
yes, give me some joy pie. That's right, Caeli. I love you.
We love
so
the Real Talk.
Someone else wants to ask a question now. Good. Did I answer your question, Caeli, in any way, shape, or form?
It was rainbows, glitter, and magical unicorns, Caeli.
There you go, babe. But you know what I'm saying? Like, where else do we do that? Like, even TV sucks now. We used to maybe have sitcoms. I don't know what we used to have, but we don't have it anymore. And I really think that's a valuable thing that we can give to people while being successful. So, yeah.
What else you got, people? Questions, comments, concerns, compliments?
By the way, I just want to tell you, this is the first training I think my actual team member has ever seen me do. Katie, I hope you're enjoying this. Don't tell the team. Okay. I know, right? Unless she saw the one where I cried the other day. Darby, your fault.
She left us, that jerk.
She'll watch it later. I know. No, anyway. No, but seriously, so are your VIPs wonderful places? Do you know how to throw glitter? Do you have an intentional concept behind your VIPs to make you money? These are all big questions.
Caeli, I have a question.
Yes, Alyssa.
Is it okay to realize and embrace the fact that you are making money off of your VIPs?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Boy, wow, girl. It is rare that I do not have, like, this.
All of the words.
All of the words. I mean, so I guess I'll be honest. I have mixed feelings on it. I thank them for supporting my business for sure. But I will be honest. I tie I focus my relationship with them on our mutual love of Posh, desire to support things made in the US, better ingredients, all of the pillars that Posh is built on. And this is probably my style in leading, because really you are leading your VIP. I mean, that's what it is. My style of leading is more one of natural connection and not so much one of, I want to be the person that sells you something. Do you know that the graphic that comes to mind is like, you have a nail lady, you have a whatever lady, whatever. I want to be your Posh lady. I have never in my life saved that graphic or wanted to post it, just because to me, that feels more cheap than I guess my idealistic vision of my VIP. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want us all to be in the same party. Is that
Yes.
what you're at?
No, but it was my bad because I'm tired. My brain's not working.
T-Rex arms.
I mean, like, to yourself. Like, is it okay for
Hell
me
yes.
to create this community and provide this service with this great
Yes.
product and blah, 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 and
Yes.
be okay with the fact that I'm making money off of people and not feel bad about it?
Yeah, and again, I mean, I, for better or worse, do idealize that a little bit too. But in all honesty, this is, to me, what sets Posh apart also from some of the other stuff people hustle. I'm sorry, I don't know how you convince someone that they need another $90 tote when they have a line of $90 totes in their house. How do you feel good about that? Or like, here's another set of 8 spices for $90 when you already have a cupboard of spices that you could, how? I don't know. Here's the kicker. They're going to buy this shit anyway. They're going to go to Target. Also, if you ever have a crisis in your heart, because you do have to be right with what you're doing, exactly what Alyssa's saying, in your heart. Whatever that means for you, you have to have a come to baby Jesus moment. You got to figure it out. But in case you ever have a crisis about that, just go browse the aisles in Target and take our version and go look at the God forbidden, I'm trying not to just swear like a sailor, stuff that they put in the other things. Like, I wasn't sure about fake it till you make it because technically AHA had a bad rap, blah, blah, blah. There were some studies. Oh my God. Then I went and looked at the other ones at Target. I was like, oh, this will kill you. This will kill you. Not only will it kill you, it doesn't work. Why are people spending money? So do you see what I'm saying? They're going to spend money on crap that's probably made in China, that doesn't have anything good for them, that's full of parabens, which are known hormone disruptors. Get right in your heart. And a good trip. Go look up micellar tonics. Good Lord, I about had a panic attack. I actually stopped 3 people in the aisle to tell them what crap this was that Target was selling. Yeah. Because that's who I am. But I was like audibly gasping. I looked like somebody had kicked a puppy in front of me. Because that's like $12. I'm like, $12 for what? This is some shitty salts in water and with a cute label. The fancy label, is that worth $12? No. So, yes, it is okay because they will buy it anyway, and it's going to be a crappy version. Kelly, are you dying? And we have something better. And the other thing is, no one's holding a gun to their head. We aren't using manipulative tactics. We're not putting them on auto ship for the rest of their known life, and then that auto ship will transfer to their children in the event that they die. Do you know what I mean? We don't make them buy a certain amount. We literally let them be like, would you like a piece of joy pie today? You would. Excellent. Which flavor would you like? Is your life better? Yes, you're welcome. Like, that's what we do. So, yeah, if that also makes you money, girl, you got it all figured out. What I'm saying. Did that answer your question, Alyssa?
Please say joy pie one more time.
You can tell I love my analogies. But you guys also have to remember, this is what I do all day long. Like, Alyssa's whining that she worked out for like one day. I make people work out for like 8 years every day. Their ass hurts every day for 8 years because of me. And they thank me for it and pay me so much money. So sometimes, like, do this. Don't be afraid to also tell your VIPs what might help them. That's another thing I see. Recommending is maybe not strong enough of a word sometimes. And if they don't want to, they'll say no. And you're like, awesome. That's a great choice. That's cool. here's a kitten, you know? Yeah. I never tie affirmation to sales. I affirm people that buy things, but your self-worth to me is not based on how much you buy, ever. Because then I think it gets smarmy. You know what I'm saying? Then you're making money off of only the good people who are the ones that spend the most. That's not anything I want to be part of. We love you unconditionally. If you also send me money, great. Next. We hit the hour mark. We probably need, some of you, it's like midnight, right? We probably have to go to bed, but.
I think we're at 45 minutes. Does anybody else have anything?
I know, you guys.
They're used to me. It's fine. They're fine.
I was going to say, I'm going to make you look so much more normal, Liz, and you are so welcome. You probably haven't watched Moana because you don't have kids, but you're welcome.
Excuse me. I have many times. I actually own it.
You do not.
I do. We love Disney movies in this house. Yeah. Wait till you meet Nick Brown. He sings Frozen with the best of them.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, but okay.
You're gonna feel real good about it. It's going to be a little piece of joy pie for you.
It will. I'm excited to meet Nick Brown.
I used it. Okay. Anybody else? Questions, comments?
I'm now staying in your team page just so I can see all the hashtags of joy pie that are now going to populate your fun bunnies. I think that's a really valuable one too that you could take away from this training. Absolutely.
I loved the fun bunny analogy. Super fun.
Take
Brilliant.
your fun, multiply it. Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay, so I'm going to de-record. Goodbye, future viewers. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do it